Alright, I'm back at it again at an inappropriately early hour for Pacific Standard Time, playing Silent Hill F. Silent Hill lowercase f. Although I guess it is a rather misty, dark mood here. I'm wandering around this abandoned town in 1960s Japan looking for my friends while this creepy red stuff is everywhere. And there are puppet monster things and also this guy with a fox mask who took me into a pocket dimension or something. I can't wander around the edges of things. Fair enough. But how much can I backtrack? I would not be stepping on that stuff. Toolkit. Well, I had an empty toolkit earlier. Can I just replace that? Okay, not for now. Yeah, this feels like a mistake. Why is an empty toolkit taking up space in my inventory? Well, I could use some more weapon durability is the thing. I'll offer something at that shrine. Hopefully they patch this out, whatever's going on here, because I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Ah! Well, maybe I'll just use a health item now. So now it has taken up the space in my inventory previously occupied by the non-existent toolkit. Interesting. to head back and catch up with Shu. Dried carcass. An animal carcass that has been properly packaged as an offering. It gives off a vague odor. Okay, well that's going to be probably worthwhile.
でも、お供え物だったよね。
Okay, well that's what I'm trying to do. So what I don't know what that is meant to indicate. Oh. Alright, this is a big town. Alright, let me offer a thing or two. I gotta get 500. The X's are places that are blocked off. That's the general store. Well, maybe I'm maybe I'm wrongly assuming that this is as linear as it had initially seemed. I'll just I'll see how far back I can go. Oh, an item I have not picked up before. That's a good sign. Creepy scarecrow. Okay. Well, northeast. Anywhere but here. Higashi. Ooh, nice. Give me all your snacks. Yes, alright. Wonder how many of these there are. Bamboo! Increases max sanity. Nice. Guess I'll probably save too. I'm sure it'll eventually get difficult, but I appreciate them lightly encouraging the story mode because, dang, these games have been tough in the past. I don't mind a softball after how difficult Chronos was. That I just had to straight up give up on, unfortunately. Not the first time I quit on a game before the final boss, but it won't be the last. Oh, a sickle. A well-maintained tool for cutting grass. It's easy to use, but I have some doubts about how long it will last. Alright. Brittle sickle. Oh.
シュウいるか？
なんだ相棒。
今のこの状況、いつまでも宇宙船総合行していたい。私かお前の夢の中ってことはないよな。
だったら互いの頬をつねり合ってみるか。
いや、自分の方法くらい自分でつねれる。
残念だが夢じゃないみたいだな。
Let's check that journal for the heck of it. Space Wars. This is a game that Shu and I played together when we were kids. Basically, aliens known as the Galactic Imperium would arrive in UFOs in droves, and we would fight them to protect the town. Playmates would come and go. We called them new recruits and fallen ones, respectively. And in the end, Shu and I were the only ones left standing to combat the Galactic Imperium. That feels like a clever nod to when it turns out that the dog and the UFO did it in Silent Hill 2. Oh, a doll. Celluloid doll. It looks like a doll that I had when I was young. I don't have mine anymore, but there was a time when it felt like a friend to me. In my opinion, a doll was a toy for girls. Because of this, I always felt like my doll was telling me that I should act more like a girl when I was playing with it. One day I was told by a girl that I couldn't play house with the other girls because I also hung out with the boys. From that day on, I didn't want to play with the girls anymore, and so I threw the doll away. Dark Shrine. A monster restrained by chains and shackles. I wonder if it was imprisoned and tortured. It seems to be searching for me by sound rather than sight. I should be mindful of my footsteps. Okay, so the monsters don't have names, it's just about the location that they appear in, which is interesting. Shuzo has had a vast knowledge of plants and flowers, so his nickname came to be Professor Horticulture. He has so many aspirations for his future. He wants to be a gardener, herbalist, Matsutake farmer, and a member of the space army. Shu comes from a long line of pharmacists, with his grandmother still working as one. Following the war, a town doctor was finally able to open an actual practice. Before that, the OIs were said to have been stand-in doctors. As Shu was a grandma's boy, he spent a lot of time learning about various types of plants, flowers, and medicinal herbs. That seemed to have sparked his interest in medicine, which eventually led to him learning first aid. It seems that he was interested in learning first aid because of his family lineage as pharmacists and to fulfill his duty of being a member of the space army. Fox mask. A mysterious man who wears a fox mask. He never takes it off, so I feel I have yet to see his true self. He has such a refined air about him. I think he must come from a very well-off family. For whatever reason, he seems to know me well and treats me kindly. He's almost like a prince at a fairy tale. In fact, this whole situation is like a story from a book. Who are you? Why are you leading me down this path? I have a feeling I'll be back in that fox space. Nope.
先生ですか？
Arare, a small crispy rice cracker. Its pleasant crunch makes it never boring to eat. Hmm. Oh! Drawer key. Little side jaunt here from the looks of it. Nothing too signposted, which I appreciate. Oh, that's what I was worried about. Okay. Local doctor's note. Even now, the trust given to a long-standing physicians of the Owai family is unshakably strong. When I spoke to the eldest working member of the family at a gathering, I was astonished by their outstanding bounty of knowledge. Though, as they discussed the details of their practices with me, I got the hint that they might be still using controlled substances in their treatment. However, I think it best that I look the other way in this situation. While it is now illegal to produce the cloudy rice wine known as dobroku, people across Japan were once free to make it as they needed. Perhaps operating within the gray area of legislation between traditional and modern medicine has always been the role of local physicians out here. Ooh, Grease Max L. Autopsy report. Undetermined cause of death. Body was astonishingly malnourished, and the calvarium had split open like it had burst from the inside. The cranial bones had been hollowed out and filled with insect eggs, later identified as belonging to various species including locusts, grasshoppers, and crickets. No evidence to suggest that they were put there by human hand. Seemed to be placed by insects naturally. Highly unusual behavior considering the current harsh winter temperatures. Yet another corpse to come through an inexplicable cause of death. At least this one was easier to stomach than Case 8. All bodies with unexplainable causes of death are kept secret and swiftly handed over to the police department. In turn, the police department immediately disposes of such bodies without so much as a customary glance. Additional notes. This man was suspected to be blaspheming against religious doctrines. He seemed to bear some kind of grudge against the Inari faith. It's always the same with these strange corpses. After all, there can only be one outcome for not paying reverence to Inari-san. Hit the streets. mini-map is kind of filling in the background. I suppose the lack of a mini-map adds to the vibe, but I don't know what is popping up on that when I'm not looking. I feel like I've definitely picked up more items than it claimed I had empty slots for before, so I guess maybe they stack, depending on type. I'm torn between running to get places faster and being a little bit quieter in case something gets me. It's one of these fox shrines. I guess there's some local faith here involving foxes. That does play into the kind of theming of religious beliefs and cults that is in some of the Silent Hill games. I never really hear good reviews for a lot of the Silent Hill games in between, I guess, after 4 and before, well, shoot, maybe now? Because the remake was the remake, and then PT was kind of an anomaly. But Downpour, Shattered Memories, I'm sure some other ones I'm forgetting. I never hear too much one way or the other about those. But it seems like the general fandom impression is that 2 and 3 are the bangers. That seems like it might have some good stuff. Okay.
この先にある昨今とこの神社よく行ったな
Sinansugi Shrine Flyer. Let's hold a Jichinsai. Whether you're building a house or pulling it down, digging a well or filling one up, it's all done upon Inari-sama's land. We should show our gratitude to Inari-sama by holding a Jichinsai. Holding a Jichinsai is especially important for wells, lest we forget the ancient tale of a poisonous water dragon that once wreaked havoc until Inari-sama finally sealed it deep underground. Digging a new well is just like opening up an air hole for that terrible dragon, and if we're not careful, we risk facing its wrath once more. That's why we must have a Jichinsai. Exclusive price for first-time customers. Special deals for requests on unlucky calendar days. Call for a free consultation now. Key to Sakuko's mailbox.
これ昨今地の
Dear Sakuko, you mustn't ever speak again about how you hear otherworldly voices talking or singing. Puberty is a difficult time. You may hear and see strange things that you can't explain. The same thing happened to me when I was your age. However, it's nothing more than your imagination playing tricks on you. If your friends find out, though, they'll label you the strange girl. They'll abandon you, ostracize you. Because around here, once rumors spread, people will never look at you the same again.
郵便受けの鍵 昨今この神社を昔みたいに盛り上げるんだっていつも言ってたな
Antique comb. Okay.
これってお供え物
Okay. Looks like this is a dead end for now, but if I go down the hill, I should find an arching path.
Oi, 相棒。凛子の家はそっちじゃないぜ。
ごめん、ぼんやりしてた。
ここサクコの家の神社だよな。
うん。
あんまり思い詰めるな。急いでリンコを探そう。
そうだな、行こう。
Trying to figure out if him appearing and disappearing is something that she is actively noticing and concerned by, or if it's just a, a polite gameplay way to have the escort character not be bothering you the whole time. New pipe, who dis? Well, this was a little weaker, so... Alright. Figured there'd be something else here besides pipe. What any of these do? Okay. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be one of those games where I just start eating whatever happens to be in my inventory because it's common enough and the differences between them aren't important enough for me to really pay attention. Oh. That sounds significantly larger.
何？
Down and to the left. What is sanity? Ramune. Max sanity, okay, yeah. There we go. Ramune Sanity, indeed. Charge attack and the parry or whatever kind of seems similar. Really? Dang, I gotta get across there somehow. Now you get to walk in the marsh. Durability being as minimal as it is, I guess I should be rather particular here. Grabbed by enemies, okay. Health and sanity drop significantly. I'm on story mode, so a lot of this stuff doesn't actually apply. I think maybe there's an icon that indicates what stat a given item increases. Like, I think that one had wind, so maybe that was stamina. Oh, yeah. Like that. I'm just mashing buttons here. I don't want to worry about that one breaking in the middle of a fight, so I'm switching over to this. The legend of Ebisu Gouka's monster, Ayakakashi. Long ago, there was a sighting of a scarecrow monster known as Ayakakashi here in Ebisu Gouka. It appeared one sweltering summer day deep within the crop fields, dancing a most peculiar of dances, like a ripple of hot air. People warned not to let one's gaze settle for too long upon its bizarre figure or try and get close to Ayakakashi, for it will chase any who do to the ends of the earth before taking their life. Alright, sounds like there's at least one scarecrow around here I should not make eye contact with. Walking to the end of some of these roads seems like it's valuable, at least so I can confirm where the roads end. Get a red X on my map to guide my way. Oh! Jeez, well, I didn't have a lot of chances to do anything there. No. Trying to remember, do I have to manually set stuff? No. Painkillers are the ones I want to be relying upon. Not something I would usually say, but under the circumstances, it's better than the alternative.
ひなこか。この気持ち悪いのには触るなよ。毒があるかもしれない。右の庭から回ってこっちに来い。
分かった。
Second horror game I played recently with giant flesh lumps growing everywhere. Better pipe. That's looking more like a Resident Evil boss.
でかい化け物が出た。
何？こっちまで行けないんだ。蔵に逃げ込め。俺は窓をこじ開ける。
Storehouse, where? Huh, but I did get a key. Okay.
武器が壊れかけてる。もう少しだけ持ってくれ。
Oh, I see it fell down here.
まだだ。もっと回さないと。
Oh my god, you have to be kidding me. Sickle it is. scary too. Okay. Till we see that body disintegrate. Yes.
よし。
Every house is a storehouse if there's enough shells.
ひなこ、蔵の窓だ。急げ。大丈夫か。
なんとかな。
よかった。純子さんに頼まれたんだ。何があってもお前を守れってな。
お姉ちゃんが？
ずいぶん前の話さ。さあ行こうぜ。
行こう。
I think I see a letter behind me. Oh, letter capsules. All right. I think I'm going to do something potentially irresponsible and have another one of these monsters. They're smaller, so I think combined they'll equal the power of a relatively prodigious one at the gas station, which they're still legally allowed to sell, so I feel like I'm in the clear. It's the last day of the month. I got a lot of things I got to take care of before I'm out and about, so I want to make sure that I'm in the zone. Okay. Empty comb. So close.
ここで遊んだのいつの頃だっけな。
懐かしいね、ここ。幼い頃この辺りで迷ってワンワン泣いた記憶がある。
お前が泣くとこが想像できないぜ。
もうずいぶん長いこと泣いた記憶がない。
お前は何でも我慢して心に溜め込む悪い癖があるからな。
Oh, look at him go.
春にはメダカやオタマジャクシ捕まえたっけ。水が気持ちよかったな。ほら。田んぼで遊んで泥だらけになって怒られたこともあったっけ。
こんな状況なのに懐かしい思い出ばかり思い出す。
今ではどれも懐かしいな。辛くなったらいつでも泣けよ。俺が絶対に相談に乗ってやるからな。
ありがとう、相棒。
よし、 こうぜ。霧が深いな。リンクのやつ無事だといいんだが。
I'm starting to think that this guy's been dead for a while.
相棒？
The field that's all misty is really scary. I keep thinking someone's there, but it's always just a scarecrow with a creepy face. But there's one scarecrow that's not actually scary. The only reason it's making a scary face is because it's got a thorn sticking into it and it's hurt. So all you have to do is take the thorn out and it'll tell you which way to go. But don't get close to the really scary scarecrows. Someone said there's a monster who only pretended to be a scarecrow but likes eating little kids.
トゲを抜いてって、どういう
Looks
意
like I'm
味？
gonna have to start inspecting scarecrows. Thorn. Can you even imagine how I feel? I'll put on my polite smile for now. They've all got sickles. Good place to get weapons, at least. Tells you which way to go. That looks a little too much like me. Oh! Oh, alright. Did I get it right the first time? Because that was the one with the thing in the sand? Because that's pointing both directions. Doesn't really help me figure out which way to go. Polite smile. Oh, she's back. I mean... Okay. That's just gonna keep happening. Unknown area. Tell you which way to go. Ah! smile. Is that meant to be hinting at me interacting with one of these that has a polite smile? Oh. Wait. Oh dear.
ここさっきも通った。
Okay, what did that note say? It's got a thorn sticking into it and it's hurt. Just random chance? Tried those two and it didn't really work. I think maybe that's a hint. It has two faces. I'll put on my polite smile for now. Maybe it's somebody with a smiling mask. With a sad face. This guy? Well, maybe not. Where's the mask? The true self. It's okay. You don't have to be afraid anymore. Alright, go this way, huh? I think I kind of incidentally did that before, but I understand. Okay, did I do it wrong? Or was I supposed to... Okay. It's just the one now, though. Alright. Okay, I got the angle wrong. Or I was supposed to... For a second there I saw another scarecrow, so maybe I was supposed to follow their arm as well. Why can't I move? That was weird. Yeah, I wasn't able to move. That sucked ass. That was weird. There was time where I played hide and seek with a bunch of my friends when I was young. I got so excited and ran far away because I didn't want anyone to find me, and eventually got lost around here. I was sobbing and hollering and walked the wrong way for hours. Actually, I was later told that it was the exact opposite direction of my house. Even as a town as small as this felt huge for me as a kid. I realized that I knew nothing about the town. Even these fields seemed to spread out endlessly into the horizon. Senninsugi Shrine. A lonely little shrine situated on the outskirts of town. The name Senninsugi Shrine sure sounds fancy, but that's all it had going for it. Even though Ebisu Goka is full of elderly believers, this shrine rarely gets any visitors. They instead go to what's closest to them, and that's an Inari statue. Sakuko's family serves the shrine, including fulfilling the role of head priest. Sakuko was quite proud of this fact, but I don't know if the same could be said about her parents. I remember what Sakuko once said. Senninsugi Shrine didn't used to be the real small shrine that we know. The real shrine was situated on the mountain, and it was much more impressive than it is now. Long ago, there was an actual 1,000-year cedar that was worshipped as a divine vessel. Unfortunately, it was struck by lightning and burned to ash. Upon losing its divine vessel, the shrine was abandoned and became the small shrine it is present day. Wait, there are more of these. Okay. Am I losing progress on this whole thing, or what?
トゲを抜いてって。
A new field.
またかかし?
Can you even imagine how I feel? What's it like to have been deceived by you for so long? Stabbed in the back, maybe? That's what I said to you when I saw you so scared. Wait, it's getting misty again. I thought I did what I was supposed to.
Koko. さっきも通った.
You got to be really precise with this angle. Can you even imagine how I feel? He never once looked at me the way he looked at you. Not once. Different faces. That guy was kind of happy. Nope, decline. I'm assuming it's referring to a male scarecrow with a unique expression. Maybe I've got it all wrong. Maybe it's a sad-looking guy. Wait, why are there two of them now? What happened? The pipe. This is weak. I completely just misread this.
武器が壊れかけてる。もう少しだけ持ってくれ。
Oh, I think I see. Maybe. The pairings. In my opinion, I've done what is being asked of me. It's like them looking at each other, right? Fuck this. I'm wasting items. A giant repulsive lump of flesh that is filled to the brim with a maniacal anger. It howls awfully as it swings its large knife in any which direction. Its unfettered anger is no different from that of a wild animal. No, it's far worse than that. Yeah, I'm just gonna run away and see what happens. Maybe I'll come back here. Maybe it's... I think I have an idea. What if they're both smiling, and then the person who's frustrated about it is looking at her or them? This one seems like the happy guy. If I wait too long, one of those things starts stalking me. There we go. I wonder why I called you over. So it's not pointing me to any one thing in particular, it's the general vicinity of another area where I'll have to go over some scarecrows. Bandage, yes please. And we got one more of these, huh? At least. Can you even imagine how I feel? You've always been such an eyesore. The Weeping Angels type thing, okay. Eyesore.
ここさっきも通った。
It seems like the message is referring to her, the person who was having fun with me. Just gonna start trying random ones. There's no pattern to this. I gotta get out of here and do some other things soon. I could have just lied to you, told you to go any which way. Alright. Yeah, that didn't make any sense. Just hurting for a shrine at this point so I can move on. Can you even imagine how I feel? You hurt me, and even hurt him too. Do you know how it feels to force a smile when I'm staring at that disgusting face of yours? I'm not in the mood. I think these things are going to be persistent, but... Forcing a smile while staring at that disgusting face of yours. Well, Let's start looking for smilers. Nope, not that one. Now, it's interesting that there was another one right there right before I phased through. I wonder if they sort of spawn on the perimeter and slowly make their way inward to give it some time.
またここに
I forget that I already do this one. Let's see. No, never mind. Now it's giving me a chance to get some drinks in. So I'm looking for a girl forcing a smile, staring at another girl, I guess. You hurt me and hurt him too. This guy got a thing in his back. Okay, would you get the fuck out of my face, please? I'm trying to just make some progress in this game. Tell if you smile or not. Maybe? Okay. It happens all the time. A kid falling to their death in the waterway. Oh!
おい、ひなこ、
あれ、さっきのは。
早く来いよ。ひなこ、
凛子は。
読んでみよう。凛子、俺だ、シュウだ。いるなら返事してくれ。
来てくれたんだ。あ、ひな子も無事でよかった。
怪我はないか。家族は。
私は大丈夫。でも誰もいないの。足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんて、こんなの絶対に変。誰もいないし、気味の悪い怪物がうろつき回ってるし、何が何だかわからないよ。あんないい子がどうして。
これ以上ここにとどまるのは危険だ。町を出た方がいい。
町を出るって、お父さんやお母さんは、みんなは。助けを呼ぶためにも今は行動を急いだ方がいいかもしれない。
みんなを見捨てるわけじゃない。助けるためにも一度脱出する必要があるんだ。
でも町を出るって言ってもあれじゃ無理だよ。
無理ってどういう意味だ。
そっちの窓から天井が見えるよ。霧が濃くなければ。
嘘だろ。
Whoops.
鉄橋が。どうしよう。
東の鉄橋がダメなら西の県道を目指そう。
柊の家の裏山を抜けるのか。あの山越えられるの。
わさび田への道がある。うちだけの抜け道だ。凛子、念のため薬や絆創膏を持っていきたい。
台所に救急箱あるよ。取ってくるね。あ、私も一緒に行こう。手伝う。
相棒が一緒なら安心だ。
台所どこだっけ。
Somebody's leaving me messages. Scarecrow's whispers. Back in the Shadow Realm.
し待っててくれてもいいのに。誰？
There are valuable relics hidden away in the old storage room. They must be kept under lock and key. The last girl slipped in while I wasn't looking. It took a long time to find her. Is it? Can't tell. Abuda Age. This place is quite a labyrinth indeed.
早く行かなきゃ。
Wonder what that pretty little thing's chirps will sound like when I tear off that mask of hers. The girl before last was an exquisite specimen. I can barely contain myself every time I think about her. Oh. Upgrade Hinako's ability. What the heck does that mean? Alright. There's got to be some kind of autosave system or something, because it's been a while and I really do need to get going. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to waste. I don't want to lose progress, but. I think I see another option. Hold on. Aha! I knew I was missing something. Storage room key. Thank God. Okay. You can use a blank Ima and Faith to pray at a Hokora and increase your max health, stamina, and sanity. You can also increase the number of Omamori you can equip at the same time. Heck yes. Increase health, stamina. Let's deal with this. Your prayers were heard. Alrighty. I think I'm going to hold on to that stuff. That's better than the Omamori. Alright. Cool. Alright. Some trying moments there, but things seem to be proceeding pretty well, story and gameplay wise, so I'm going to keep up on it. And keep up on what they're working in the meantime. So, thanks for tuning in. Stay spooky.